Hey, it's Nick from The Conscious Builder. Today we're doing a stair renovation, a little bit of joinery work for one of our clients here in Ottawa South. What we're going to do is we're going to replace the red oak treads with new maple treads. We're just going to match the stair treads to the hardwood grain, which is a maple. And so they have maple and oak have very different and distinct grains. And so we're going to match the stain to the hardwood and also the grain. So right now, essentially what I'm doing is that there's a quarter-inch groove, quarter-inch by quarter-inch groove back here on the riser, and essentially this notch is meant to catch the tread and provide some support for the back end of the tread. So essentially this edge will go in here, and then our return will set back over here, and then underneath the tread we have, this is an 11/16 groove that we've cut in with a dado blade set, and essentially that will register on the front riser and just provide some front stability so that there's no slipping and anything. And then what we'll do when we install it, we'll put some PL down and do some blind fasteners so that everything that you see will be finished and there won't be any visible fasteners after the install. So now I'm just trying to troubleshoot some spots that might catch, and then eventually once I get it, it'll end up fitting like this one, nice and flush to the riser with our return on the back, and making sure that our nosing depth is the same on the side as it is on the front. And then this face and the side of the stringer, we'll do a chevron detailing with a 4-inch by quarter-inch tongue and groove pine. And that will be painted white, which will provide a little bit of detail when you're closer up, and just more of a contrast between the dark stain on the maple and the white trim underneath on the risers. So right now all I'm doing is I'm chamfering the back of this tongue so that it can more easily register into the groove that's in the riser. Because if you have a square edge and the dimensions are very, very close, which you want it to be to provide a good fit, it gets a little sticky. So by chamfering the tongue, it'll just kind of register a little bit easier into the groove. And I can also do the top side here. It's probably the most tricky part, just to get everything to fit nicely. We have a typical table saw. This would be a 1/8 60-tooth finishing blade. Typically when you're doing finished carpentry or millwork or joinery, you'd like to have a bit more blades, provides a smoother finish, a nicer cut, and a little bit less tear out on the wood. But what we're doing right now is we're creating a rebate here that will sit into the riser and provide a little bit of vertical support. And what we're using for that, just to make things a little bit quicker, is we've used a dado stack set. And essentially what they are, it's a combination of a few blades just kind of built up on each other. So the outside blades are your cutting blades, and I have two chipper blades on the inside here. Essentially the name says it all, it's a chipper blade, so it just kind of removes any of the material within the two of the cutting blades. That way you get a bigger curve, and you don't have to make as many passes to get the cut that you want. we have our second tread in. It is a bit of a finicky process. More than likely, usually, we'd like to have our runs and rises the same throughout from step to step. However, in an old building, in a retrofit situation, sometimes you get met with a lot of imperfections and things don't quite line up, so you have to kind of work around those. We have a nice tight fit to the existing stringer in here, so it's inset a 1/2 inch, and then it's also inset to this riser a 1/4 inch. And again, there's another inset here, is about 3/8 of an inch from the riser into the bottom of the tread. So that way it's completely supported. It's not even fastened at all. I can't even lift it, and there's no fasteners in the tread. So good install, you should have good fit, and your fasteners should just be the last step just to make sure that everything's snug. Hey guys, it's Nick from The Conscious Builder. This is part 1 of our staircase renovation. If you'd like to see part 2, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also see some of our media content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.